They say content is king, but if nobody's looking at your content is really just a popper. Now this week we had a message from Linda in Chicago, and she had a question for me, and here's what she wrote. She said, "Don, I thought content was king. After writing multiple blog articles for week after week for a year on my blog, why is no one reading them? It's really frustrating to put all of this hard work in and no one sees it." Well, Linda, that's a great question, and there's a couple of reasons why. You can write all the great content in the world that you want, but if nobody's looking at it, it doesn't do you any good. You already know that. So how do we get your website or your blog article in front of a few eyes? Number one, by all means and most necessarily share it on social media, but don't stop there. Too many people are leaving it up to their own networks to read their content, and most of the time they're simply not. So here's a couple of quick ideas. Below, you will find a number of credible websites that you can share your content to. Websites like StumbleUpon and Connect, and there's a bunch of them down here that you can use to distribute your content. You don't want to ignore those sites. They give you some great SEO, but more importantly, they give you people that if you've got great headers, will be interested in reading and sharing your content. Secondly, get involved in groups in your social media. There are lots of them on Google+, on Facebook, on Twitter, and yes, even on LinkedIn that you can share your content to people that want to know what you have to say. And then finally, and I can't stress this enough, you must be engaged in other people's content on social media. If you want people to comment on your stuff, on your blog article, you want them to share your stuff, you need to do the same thing for them. So it's a giver's gain mentality. Be ready to do the hard work, because I'll tell you, I spend 2 to 3 hours or sometimes more every single day doing absolutely nothing but marketing. And you must as well if your content is going to become king, gain traction, take off, and work for you the way that you want it to.